Hi everyone. I decided I wanted to try and do the Geode look. I haven't done it before, but I wanted to give it a try, so we're going to test it out today. So I've got a few different colors here and ready. I've got Seaglass Opal. That's a really pretty lighter color it's just gorgeous. I can't wait for you to see it. And then I've got Brite Sparkle Fun. I don't have any foils, like just straight foils. Normally they have you, or it says you put down your glitter in the middle and then you do strips of foil. I don't have any foil, so I decided to use just a chunky silver glitter, and that's what this is. And then I think I'm going to go over top of it with Love Drunk. It's a pretty darker purple with some blue glitter in it, so I'm hoping that'll match well with my Seaglass Opal. So let's get started. So I'm going to get this open and ready. So we're just going to do kind of diagonally across the center in a little swooping motion. You probably can't see that, but a river-ish like look. And we'll dip that in our main focus color. Sometimes this doesn't like to stay flat, so I just pat it down. It's so gorgeous. And I think we'll do probably 3 of these, I think. Okay, so now that's dried pretty well. I'm gonna brush that off, and we'll just do that again. So I'm just going to trace over what I already did. Follow that same design, and then we'll just dip it like normal. And pat down, because it's got, I don't know if it's mylar flakes or what, but it's got some really the flakies they like to stand up. I think they're foils, but they like to stand up, and I want to get those flat. Gorgeous that is. Let's do another one. I think I'm going to lay this one flat to really pick up on that gorgeousness, because we're kind of losing it. I mean, it's still pretty. Look at that come to life. Oh, they're just smaller. But I want to pick out some of those bigger chunks. So I'm just going to lay it flat and rotate it around a little bit. There we go. There we go. Gorgeous that is. And that's before any kind of top coat. And then you can see how, let's see here, how that gives us a nice little thick ridge of that. Brush that off. And then I'm going to take my silver glitter. It's gorgeous. This is by Brite Dips. Sparkle Fun. And I'm going to just hit the edges, kind of on what I did, but also not. So I'm going to take, you've got the flat part and then the skinny part. I'm going to take the skinny part of the brush and just kind of go along the edge of the bottom and the top. I'm kind of flattened out there, but that's okay. And we're just gonna, since this is a chunkier glitter, I'm gonna go ahead and lay it flat. And then pat that down again. The chunky glitters like to stand tall. That's pretty. I'm liking how that turned out. I think, though, I want to do one more run of that. We're just spitballing here. I don't know what I'm doing. I just saw someone's brief explanation, but we're just gonna try it. I'm thinking I might not have needed to do 3 full dips of the Seaglass Opal. But we're gonna see here. Let's totally experiment. Okay. That's so pretty. Got a better light today. Oh, that's gorgeous. And I don't know if you can tell, but now we have the silver up a little higher than the Seaglass Opal. So now when we do dips of the clear, it will protect the Seaglass a little bit more, because we're gonna, at the end of this, we're gonna be doing some filing. So now that I'm going to be dipping in my clear, I'm going to make sure I brush this off super, super well. I do have 2 clears. I have one strictly for glitters and then one for solids, because I learned that as much as you try to brush off, sometimes it's still, I don't know whether it's in the air or just, doesn't brush off quite well enough. It gets into the glitter. So I've just learned to have 2 separates. Get that ready. And then I've even got a floating piece of glitter in there. But so now we're going to do clear over the whole nail. Coat it really well. Oh, look at how gorgeous that is when we get that clear over it. I'm really excited. Oh, beautiful. Okay, I'm just gonna dip this in here. And I don't know if we're going to need 2 dips of the clear or just one. I think it was still a little tacky, so I dip again. I think we'll try it with just one, and if it doesn't quite work out, then we'll know we need two on top. Alright, that's it for the clear, for now. We'll give that a second to dry. Get my love drunk ready. I don't like to stir, so I just shake up and roll around my powders to loosen them up. Get that ready. And then now I'm going to brush this off. And then we're going to coat the whole nail again. Because it's lumpy, it's kind of hard, so make sure you get it nice and good coverage here. And then we're gonna go ahead and dip fully in this purple. Kind of still see it coming through again, so I'm going to probably do at least one more. We'll see how it looks after another one. And do another dip of it. So yeah, you can still see that coming through, which is fine, but I want the purple to be a bit darker so we have more of a contrast. Get that really good. Sorry for all the background noise. My husband and son are hanging out down here too. Okay, we'll dip in the purple one more time. Let's see how it looks. It's probably all I'll do because I don't have my drill handy, and so I'm gonna have to file it by hand. Okay. So now that we're to this point, I'm going to let this set for just a minute, for a second more. But now we're going to activate it because we are going to be doing some buffing. So I'm going to brush this off really well. And it's super lumpy, but that's what we want. So I'm going to activate. And then I don't know if you could tell, but the Love Drunk is by Peppi gel. That's where my clear is from too. Isn't that Love Drunk so pretty? Nice, really nice, rich purple, and then that blue hollow flakes. So pretty. Alright, we're gonna let that sit. And then we're going to start filing. Normally they say to use a drill because sure it'll be a lot easier, but I need to practice with my drill more. Especially if I'm doing it on other people, I'm not as good at it. Oh, I think it's starting to see it. It's starting to peek through. And I had the thought, I'm like, oh, if I want more purple, have that be darker. I thought, oh, I could just fill in here, but then, and just do dips where I didn't have it. But then that would be a problem when I am going to file, because then it'll be more smooth. We want that to be bumpy, so we're not getting rid of the purple too much, other than where we want it to be gone. Okay, we're almost there. You can definitely see how having a nail or a drill would be very beneficial, because this does take a bit. I'm still seeing a little bit of purple right here, so we're going to go out a little bit more. Okay, I think we're going to probably call that good. I could probably get this bottom to poke out better, but this is an experiment. Now, I really want to be able to dust this off really, really well. So I'm going to grab a little bit firmer of a brush and make sure it's really good and dust free before I put my next dip of clear. Otherwise we're going to see bubbles, and it still might not be that clearest, but okay. Alright, so we're going to do another dip in the clear, just over the whole thing. Oh, that's cool. Okay. If this was on my real nail, I probably would do a little bit more buffing, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. I just want to coat that really well. And some more activator. Look at that. How pretty that is. I think next time I would probably do a darker, oh sorry, I'm not even in frame. I probably would do a darker color on the sides of it, just to have a bit more pop. But this was all just to practice the technique. Super, super pretty. Let's go ahead and activate it. Or top coat. Now it hasn't been 2 minutes, but I'm gonna go ahead and
I'm headed up.
Sorry about the background noise. Lunch is ready, apparently. It's not quite done probably yet, but we're gonna do it anyway. So I'm gonna be really careful about wiping off my brush. This is my top coat, and the first time we do it, we're really quick and try not to overlap, except I didn't get the metal very well. And before I put my brush back in my step 3, my top coat, I wipe it off really well, especially if I had to, if I didn't get a section coated and had to go back. I make sure I wipe it off really, really well before I go back into my top coat. And you can see that it's set up. Let's do the last one. Sorry, forget that you can't see all of them. Oh, look at that. And then still, I go ahead and wipe off my brush really well. This one was already kind of ruined, and I tried to fix it by trimming it. That's why this set is for my swatches only. Because it doesn't matter if it's not perfect. I have multiple liquids, one for me, one for others, and one for my swatches. But look at that finished product. Talk about gorgeous. Let me see if I can get my light over here better. Gorgeous, gorgeous. That's fun. I'll have to try that sometime. On my real nail. Takes a bit of work, because that's just one nail, but I don't know. I think it's worth it. Thanks for watching.